Hi, I'm Gabriel Hernandez, and this is Watcher DM. Today, we're going to cover the adventure guide for Tomb of Transformation, an adventure written by The Cowl with art by Gabriel Hernandez. The Cowl of the Owl and the Cowl. Actually, I think it might be by the Owl. And it's an adventure for 5e for 3 to 5 characters of 3 to 4th level. And before we get started, I'd like to invite you to like this video if you like these videos. Subscribe and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified of future videos on this channel. And then otherwise, if you would like to support our work, including new adventure modules and other role-playing games, you can find our existing works on drive-thru-RPG, itch.io, or at watcherdm.com. Of course, you can always join our Patreon at patreon.com/watcherdm, and where you can get even more free content more often. All right, let's dive into this. So the Tomb of Transformation is one of the first ones where I did the majority, if not all, of the illustration in. And so it is one of our early works. It takes place in the lair of a Lycan cultist. It's just underground near a small rural town. Effectively, there's something that's recently plagued a nearby town. Animals, vagrants, and transients have gone missing without a trace. Agent sends an advisor to offer 100 gold pieces to any character who returns, some missing children unharmed and ends the problem. And of course, they can lay claim to whatever they find while finding them. The regional lord has been notified, but it could take a while for him to arrive. In truth, a Lycan worshipping cult has taken over a long-forgotten underground complex and is driving one of their alchemists to create a potion of greater lycanthropy. So the cult is obsessed with kind of creating this and distilling this lycanthropic effect. And so the underground research laboratory is buried beneath the town's old cemetery, away from prying eyes and ears. And they keep a gelatinous cube imprisoned to dispose of inevitable failed experiments. We have a gossip and rumors table here that you can use to seed some information or misinformation with your party. The majority of these are true, I believe, although there is partly true or just straight up false. And then there are some adventuring hooks, obviously the missing children, vanquish the evil, and then of course money. And then there's the trip to the ancient cemetery. On the way there, the party should run into one of the first of the failed experiments. This is a person whose shape keeps changing as they're dealing with the outcome of this kind of broken potion of lycanthropy. So she fights as a were-tiger, and then she changes shape and becomes a were-boar, and then she becomes a werewolf, and then she kind of explodes. So she can do a lot of damage to the party up front, but she'll explode on the 4th round, so she doesn't really have a lot of time to do much damage. And of course, the party may well dispatch her by then. We've got the location info here, so just general features. And then we go into the keyed locations and what's in here. These are all pretty full descriptions of what you're going to find. And so, yeah, the crypt itself, the entrance/guard room is, where the cult has put some guards. And there's some animated armor, I think, that can be manipulated here. And then you get into the cell block, and this is Tertius Kinderval is one of the children who has kind of been upgraded to helping out the cultists with stuff. And so where he is in this compound will be different based on this role here, if you want to include rescuing the children as part of the adventure. Also in the cell block is the gelatinous cube encounter that can definitely catch the party by surprise, as it just kind of roams through the cells. It can just go straight through the bars. And so the cells are actually relatively clean. And yeah, as the adventurers kind of deal with going through, and they may end up just walking into a cell that is full of gelatinous cube. So mark where the gelatinous cube is, have a good time with that. At the end of that, there is the experimentation laboratory, and there's a gibbering mouther inside of there. That is, again, one of the failed experiments. And if the party goes to run from this is, again, a great opportunity to kind of run them into the gelatinous cube if they haven't encountered it already. Area 5, which, let's look at the map here. So we've gone, the crypt is outside, 2, 3, and 4. 5 here is the kitchen, where the acolytes are arguing loudly over how to deal with the gibbering mouther. And they each contain a signet ring, which can be used to move around the compound. The guards' quarters are in 6. The acolytes' quarters are in 7. You can find some treasure in some of these, or some guards. There is a secret escape room in 8. Yeah, there's an escape stairs and tunnel that comes out of the grove of trees 200 feet from the complex. So this is a way to get up and out if the party is like fleeing or things have gone terribly wrong. 9 is the Were-Rat's office. And the Were-Rat is kind of the manager of the complex. So he's like one of the head manager, I guess, of the cultists, if you will. He'll know how to organize everybody and get things going if the party is fined out. And he wears a greater signet ring in recognition of his status with the cult. The Were-Rat sleeping quarters is 10, of course. And then get into 11. There's a trapped hallway. 12, we've got a library full of books and stuff with some acolytes in them. There's also a rug of smothering here. And the library can be looted to find some pretty cool stuff. And then 13 is a tunnel that leads into the darkness. So this tunnel actually comes out into the backside of one of these cells here, and it connects 12 and 3. And basically, it has a bunch of pictographs in it that are like petroglyphs in it that are like prophecies of a lycanthropic prophecy. The cult leader's office is 14. That's back here. Now, the cult leader has kind of the most effective version of the potion on hand. And so if they are encountered and if they fight, the alchemist pushed to her limits and drinks the potion, causing animal mutations to her to occur throughout the fight. And then in room 15, there is a shrine pulsing with energy and a scrying device. If you've read the beginning here, this is the scrying device through which the communication is happening in kind of the fiction scene, is a way for the party to kind of connect with the rest of the lycanthropic cult. So this can be a great jumping off point for including a lycanthropy cult into your game. Also, this table is a lot of fun to reuse kind of in different places, especially if you only get to a couple of them within this encounter. We also are planning on releasing a number of other adventures in this chain as we kind of redo these, and I'll be doing more of the art, and Austin and I will be taking over the writing on it. So yeah, that is the Tomb of Transformation. I hope you had a good time here listening to this. If you've played this adventure and you want to tell us about your story, we'd love to hear about it. Sound off in the comments below. If you think we're bad at what we do and you just want to yell at us, you should also sound off in the comments below. We love being berated. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you in the next one. Stay weird.